Moses warns the people, drive out all the Canaanites, no association with the inhabitants. And he actually lists all the inhabitants there in chapter 7. Verse 16, it says, do not have pity on them. If you do, they will be a trap for you. Don't worship any of their gods. So let's understand what these nations practiced in order to understand why God is having the Israelites drive them out. It's actually in the book of Leviticus chapter 18. It lists every kind of sexual deviance practice, and it says, you must not do as they do in the land of Canaan. And then it lists those sexual practices. Most of those practices were incest. In fact, here's just one example. El was the senior god, so he was like the dad, or viewed as the creator. El's wife was Mother Nature or Mother Earth, Asherah. Baal was the sun, and Baal was considered the god of thunder, the god of rain and fertility. Now on your screen you have the still of Baal. It was actually found in a temple of Baal. It was discovered in 1932. So if the Canaanites wanted their crops to grow, they would perform sexual rituals in the temple. They would reenact this exercise. So Baal, who is the god of rain, would fertilize Mother Earth. Basically, they would sexually reenact this practice in the temple. The sun would impregnate the mother, and by doing this sexual act, they believed that the god in the sky, Baal, would fertilize the god of the earth, Mother Nature. So I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down here. So this ritual temple sex was like fertilizer on the ground, believed to make crops grow. So if you're involved in these sexual rituals, what do you do with the child that's conceived? And that's where child sacrifices to Molech came in. Now, Molech, it's this bronze statue. So this is a bronze statue. They would intentionally heat it, and they would place the baby on the bronze statue. And you can see that there are drummers down here. They would bang the drums and it would get louder and louder once the baby was placed on the heated statue, so that the parents wouldn't hear the cry of the baby as it burned to death. You see they're heating it, bronze statue, baby, sacrifice, drummers there. I hope you guys see how demonic this is. Now, that's why you read in Leviticus chapters 18 and 20, it says, do not sacrifice your children to Molech, because that's what this nation was doing. And that's exactly why God said, don't have pity on them. Get rid of them. Drive them out and destroy their idols, those gods. God will judge nations over this. I hope you guys understand that. And here we are in America fighting for the right to abort children. God will judge a nation over this. So if you're reading this story and you come to the conclusion, why can't we just coexist? Think of it in this way. Their idolatry, the Canaanites' idolatry, is so contagious. It could almost be symbolized as a cancer, and like any physical cancer, it has to be removed. If the cancer is not removed, then guess what? Your life is at risk. And what these gods are to this nation is a spiritual cancer. If the Israelites do not remove it, it will spiritually contaminate them. It will pollute them spiritually. So the issue here in Canaan is a spiritual concern. That's why multiple times in the text you'll read, they will turn your children away from following God to serve other gods, break down their altars, smash their stones, burn their idols, don't even marry them. They will turn you away.